Hey everyone, welcome back to Move Me to Pittsburgh, the show where we break down Pittsburgh real estate, local stories, and the conversations shaping life around the city.
We're your hosts, David and Cassie. Whether you're tuning in for market insight, neighborhood talk, or just a fresh take on what's happening around Pittsburgh, we're glad you're here.
Each week we dive into the trends we're seeing, the headlines catching our attentions, and the things buyers, sellers, and locals are talking about.
So settle in. We've got another great episode. Let's get into it.
So last week, Cassie mentioned that she has started a Pittsburgh bucket list. Cassie, how's that going?
It's good. I actually already checked something off the list. So already on a roll. Motivation strong.
All right. What were you up to?
I went and saw the cherry blossoms in Pittsburgh along the river on North Shore. So for those of you who are watching, I can show a little picture. They weren't quite blossoming as much as I would have liked, but it was pretty cold that day, and I feel like it was after all the warm days, so I may have not hit the right time to see them, but they were still there. I got a little bit of an idea of it, and even got to find out that it's a great little place to take a picture of your dog.
Yeah, so it was fun. Go to YouTube and watch this.
Yeah.
She has a picture up here of her dog. This is nice.
Yeah, it was still pretty.
Looks warm. That was right after a cold spell.
Yeah. It was not super warm that day, but it's okay. It was still a good
day to walk.
Yeah, it was still very sunny. So that was my biggest thing. I just wanted to go on a day that it was nice and sunny. And it was great. Still a good time.
What day did you say this was?
I went Tuesday.
On Tuesday.
So I believe it was around like 40 degrees, but it was absolutely beautiful with the sun. So it was still very nice. I parked down by the Mr. Rogers statue and went down on the river walk around there, and then walked all the way down to wherever they are. I can't think of the name of the street now. Yeah. So past PNC Park, past the bridge, down in there.
We do have coordinates to this location too, because this is not...
I can't think of where it was.
They need to insert a sign right there that says this is a photo opportunity spot.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's what our background image is here too.
Yeah. So not as good as that. Yeah. So that was the goal. I was looking for the spot that the photographers take it. So I feel like I found it, just hit the wrong day, but that's okay. I saw it, knocked it off my list. So there we go.
I can't remember where I saw it, if it was a Facebook event or if it was on Eventbrite or something, but they do have photographer walks where they all show, they walk around and show each other where the spots are at. So that's actually something pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'd like to do that.
Yeah.
I don't have a very good camera, but it'd be neat to get the phone out.
Exactly. I mean, phones take pretty good pictures now, so
yeah,
I'm still impressed with them.
Hey, we started a Google Drive. Cassie says, let's put all of our photos in a specific spot. So when we come up with these guides, Cassie takes some really good photos.
Thank you.
I was going through them. I'm thinking, dang, these look like they're off of photo stock or whatever that site is.
Yeah, they are all from my iPhones.
Getty Images.
All iPhone photos.
Oh, it was cool. I'm like, dang, these are nice. Monday, we also started this where we're going to go out to somewhere new once a week and have our company meetings there. Cassie, where did we go? Cafe
D'Amour.
D'Amour. Yeah. What a cool spot.
Yeah. It's really nice.
Right, I was not expecting it, but as soon as you walk into the place, there was a binder. And they open up the binder and they tell anybody that's visiting or anybody that's here, tell us your favorite place or thing to do. We sat there for almost an hour.
Yeah,
going through it, taking photos of some of the places.
Yeah, I have a whole list now of places I want to go.
What's that?
So I have a whole list of places now that I would love to add to my list and what to do. It was neat.
Yeah. Anything coming up that's next on the list? Can you think of?
Not necessarily on the list. I considered putting it, but I have been saying I want to go to like the museums more because that's something that I don't actually do very often. So sort of the museum. We're going to the little movie theater inside the Cayman Science Center tonight. We're going to check
nice.
out that Pittsburgh football film. I believe it's called The Football Town. I know we talked about it in a previous podcast. So they have it airing up until the draft. So it's all about Pittsburgh, football in Pittsburgh. I believe like Pat McAfee is the narrator of it, I believe. But it's going to be cool. So we're going to go check that out.
Oh, very cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have mentioned that before in previous. That's at
Yeah.
the Cayman Science Center.
Yep.
And they're playing that all the way up until the draft. Oh, that's
Yep.
cool.
Which is
Okay.
now 28 days away, I think.
Less than a month away.
27? Yeah, less than a month. 27, 28, one of those.
Yeah. Yeah, less than a month away.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Where can people see? Because you did say it. Shannon actually came home and was like, "Did you see the list?" I'm like, "No, where's the list? Where'd you post it? Where's it at?"
I posted it on my social media, my Instagram page. I believe it's on my Facebook page as well. So yeah, it's just a little post that said like my Pittsburgh bucket list, had a list of some of the things I want to do, and a clip
Pull it
from
up
last
and go through it,
podcast.
please.
Pull it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and while we're doing that, this is it looks like a checklist, so you can either print it out or put it on your phone and go through it and click once the items are done. And that makes me reminds me, I have. If you guys have not already done so, visit Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah.
You have to get on their website, and it's totally free. They send a whole book.
Yeah.
Magazine.
They have an online version of it, and they'll mail it to you. It's really cool.
Yeah, it came in a big letter.
Yeah.
But it's got like surprises, and then you could go through and hit the check marks as you're there. You almost, I wish it was a little bit smaller. But they do have pocket ones too that you can get at like AAA's and at travel centers along the turnpike. These are a little bit smaller, and you can get them and almost put them in your purse or in your back pocket. And as you're traveling around for the week, hit the check marks on what you've done or what's coming up. So I thought that was really cool. It's completely free. Go to their website, visit Pittsburgh, and order one of those before you head out.
Absolutely. They are very cool. So yeah, I just made a little post, Pittsburgh bucket list, follow me on my journey around the city, and posted some of the things that I would like to do. So you can see the cherry blossoms are on there. So I will make a post of the fact that I saw the cherry blossoms and cross it off. And then I just put like a little snippet of last week's podcast where we talked about it. So it'll be cool. I feel like it's going to help. What's that?
What are some of the top ones on there that you got on there? I can't see.
These are not in any order. As they came to my head, I put them in there. I've never been to the Andy Warhol Museum. I would like to kayak on the river. I've never been to Kennywood. I would like to check out, we talked about this a long time ago, about the shore thing, that little barge bar that they put along North Shore. It's coming back this year. Dinner at Severina's, because I heard it's absolutely fantastic, and it's in the town that I live in. So I want to check that out. And just a couple other things that I've never done, or like, some of these, like a Steelers game. I've never stayed for a full game since I went in the cold. So I added that. Gonna tough it out if it's cold. So just different things I want to do. I want to see the city a little bit more and have things that I can actually recommend to people that I've done.
I like that. I remember my cousin reached out about kayaking. I think she said on 4th of July they wanted to come down, but it's way too dangerous. There's way too many boats out there to be.
Yeah. I have been on a boat for the 4th of July to see the fireworks, and it is a lot. It gets pretty crowded out there, but it's neat. I don't know that I would want to be on a kayak, but
yeah. They do have them up at North Park too.
I have done that.
You've kayaked on that one?
I did.
Oh, nice.
I did. That was cool. It was very I remember it was inexpensive, so it was really nice. It was a good little time. It was fun.
Yeah. I'd like to do it with a guide or with somebody that's done it before, because I don't know the extent of like my own limits. Like I don't want to
Okay.
start way up the river and I'm following the current and then I get down to the point and then not think, oh shoot, we got to
Then
go
you're
against
lost.
the current. So I want to be able to like know where I'm
Okay.
at.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking up here online. I'm on discovertheberg.com because I've seen a couple where they have like a tour guide and you come
Yeah.
down through, and I guess there's a section where the Indians actually went on like down by Hers Island.
Okay. Yeah.
They have like picnic tables and stuff there. I think it'd be a really cool business if anybody doesn't already have it open, where they take you out and then feed you lunch on this island, give you some history
Yeah.
on the settlers that came through there.
It would be
That'd
neat.
be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Cool. So that's good. You got going to Cayman this weekend. I did see that video.
Yeah.
I didn't see the video. I saw the previews for it.
Okay. Yeah. It looks really neat. So, and I believe they said it's under an hour run time. So, well, I'll find out. Next week,
Yeah.
I will come back and let you know how it was.
Cool. Next we got, what's this? What's happening down in South Park?
So South Park, if you have never been there or if you have never quite explored some of it, they have buffalo there. And they now have a little baby buffalo. It was born March 25th, 2026. So this year, yep. His name is Denali. So he is the newest little baby. I believe he is the baby to the mom that's there that already has 2 others, if I remember correctly. I want to say last year around this time, we put something in our email about the buffalo being born. But yeah, so there's another new little baby buffalo. His name is Denali.
Yeah,
I have
looking at photos here. I can share my screen.
Yeah. Let's see, I just had the Facebook page. I don't know if you
There you go.
put it up. Yeah, I had gone to South Park a couple times to like walk my dogs and just kind of hike around. It's a beautiful park down there. So much to do. I mean, they have like fields that I know like people have played like soccer on. We even did like a softball tournament there once. But there's horses there. But yeah, they do have a section, I believe, up on like a hill that has buffalo. So if you hit it at the right time, you can see them walking around. I have seen them once, but they're cool.
Yeah, so this is the Friends of South Park Buffalo Preserve. How'd it go out there? How cool is this?
It is neat. Baby Denali.
Yeah, wow. So you said you were out here?
Yeah. Years ago, I went out. They have a little parking lot actually very close to where they are. So you don't have to really hike to them. You can park and then walk up and see where they are. But like I said, it is on a hill. So from that spot, it's not always possible to see them. I've never tried to go around anywhere, but I have seen them.
Nice.
Yeah.
I haven't been down this way a whole lot. I'll be completely transparent into South Park.
Yeah. Beautiful place.
But yeah, I've driven around through the park and I see people out there laying and have their kites that they're flying. It's really cool.
Yeah. It's a very large park. Yeah. I have gone to, they do in the summer, they'll do like the free live concerts that you can go to. So I've gone to a couple of those. They'll have like little food trucks set up and you can just bring a chair and have a seat anywhere and check out a band. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
And that's what would that be, about 45 minutes south of Pittsburgh downtown?
It takes me roughly 40 to get there, yeah.
Okay, cool. You remember the place in Altoona where you'd come up like the Buckhorn and they had a little zoo up there? It's like tigers in there. I can't think of what that's called.
No.
But there's like a small zoo that you drove through it.
I do not know
think of what the name of it is.
Guess I never did it while
Nope.
I was living around there.
Yeah. I don't know if it's even still open.
I don't know. Something to look into.
Yeah, no doubt. Did you see we got a new ship named after Pittsburgh? There's
I
a
did see that.
USS Pittsburgh Navy ship. I
Navy
saw this
ship.
on Facebook over the over the week, and I love the comments. I think I immediately go to the comments and start reading them.
Oh yeah.
It was so funny. There, some people were like saying we're in a budget crisis and we're building ships. I think people actually think that we're building, like we're funding the ship to get built. Pull this thing up. This is really cool. I did not know. This is actually the 5th ship.
The 5th. Yeah, there's
The
others
5th.
out there.
Yeah, Navy celebrates 5th ship named for Pittsburgh at Fort Pitt Museum.
That means that
Latest
the
US
Steel
Navy.
City now has had more ships named for them than any other U.S. city.
No kidding.
Another milestone for Pittsburgh.
Current retired U.S. Navy officers convened Thursday to celebrate USS Pittsburgh, a San Antonio class amphibious transport dock ship and landing dock LPD ship, transport Marines and equipment. Augmented 2 such LPDs were recently deployed to Iran. Around 350 sailors will crew the ship, which can transport more than 600 Marines.
Wow.
A 41,000 horsepower ship.
Yeah.
A $50,000 check. Yeah, well, that's cool.
Very cool.
I did not know we had ships named after Pittsburgh.
I did not either, let alone 5 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. More ways of getting our city out there.
Speaking of Pittsburgh showing up in random places, I don't know if I asked Siri or how this came up while we were watching the show, but we started watching I think it's Just Paradise.
Okay,
and it's a post-apocalyptic show. And I'll tell you what, we've been waiting week after week to watching the show. The second season finales this Monday.
Okay.
And who's the writer on this? I can't pull it up here.
I will be honest, I've never seen it.
Wrote a show that was here in Pittsburgh. This Is Us creator follows NBC hit with Hulu thriller Paradise. So I've never watched it, but This Is Us apparently was filmed in Pittsburgh. I'm going to now have to watch this. Really cool. So the guy grew up in Bethel Park until he was 7.
Okay.
He wrote This Is Us, and now I don't know if it's going to blow up or not, but it is really good. I highly recommend anybody watch it. Has nothing to do with Pittsburgh, but the writer is from Pittsburgh, the director.
I have never seen it, but I have heard fantastic things about it, so I might have to add it to my list of things to watch.
Yeah, so that's some serious national influence going on here. Underrated. Speaking of that, I did get back into watching The Pit, and I'll tell you what.
Yeah. Fantastic show.
The all the mentions of Pittsburgh and the one that I'm at, the guy was at Shenley. No, what was he at? He was at Frick Park and twisted his leg.
Yeah.
And he goes and he helps the guy cut the cyst or whatever, and he gets splashed in the face. I'll tell you what, it's a good show.
Yeah.
It took me a little while to get into it, especially with the Paradise going on, because we were going back and forth between the two. I'm like, oh, Paradise. Well, then we caught up, and now we're watching back on HBO Go. Yeah, really good.
It's so good. Yeah, I've loved it from the start. I do love a good doctor show. Not like Grey's Anatomy. I've never watched that. But I do love like some of the other ones, like The Good Doctor. I was always really into. So as soon as I found another one, I was ready to watch it. And it is really cool because they do tie a lot of Pittsburgh into it. They'll give like some random facts. They try to come up with like the Pittsburgh slang. Like I know I think it was last week we were watching and the lady kept asking for a gum band. And even my fiance was like, what is a gum band? I have no idea. And I was like, it's a rubber band. So yeah, they try to put in some of the language, and they, like you said, they do name a lot of places. I've heard them mention like Butler Street in Lawrenceville a couple times, different parks. They I think the current season takes place on 4th of July weekend. So they talked about the Zambelli fireworks a lot and everything. It was really neat. I even learned some things.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of stuff is in the news with Pitt, or in, just culturally Pittsburgh. It's so crazy.
Very cool.
Yeah, and fun coming up here tonight. It looks like we're about to get blasted by a storm, possible tornadoes, hail, 2 inches of rain.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, if I was a buyer looking for a house right now, I'd be wanting to go out Friday night and all weekend and be touring houses. Anytime that there's rain, guys, you got to be out touring houses. That, in my opinion,
Absolutely.
that is the best time. You can be doing your own little home inspections.
Yes.
Save yourself $600, and hey, if there's a big leak up there, make sure the seller's going to be willing to negotiate with you.
I believe that just happened on a deal recently, right? That you guys went back in and like it was the inspections and the basement was full of water or had a lot of water.
I have a listing right now, and yeah, there's definitely some water coming into the basement. Oh, I think you're thinking of up in Ambridge, yeah.
Yeah.
Where they said there's no water in this basement. You've got to really question these sellers' disclosures.
Yeah.
But yeah, it says there was no signs of water ever being in the basement, even though you could see the lines, the dry spots in the concrete.
Yeah. I've gone to some homes right after a really large storm, and yeah, we definitely learned some things in the basement that more water comes through than they say is going to, or sometimes
there's no better
leak. It's great to find out. Yeah.
Rainstorm.
Yeah. Especially too. Yeah, with winter that just ended and all that snow melting. Saw a lot of places that, you learned a lot about the roof and everything. So yeah, very beneficial to go after a big rain.
What do you guys think of us not having headphones on for the podcast?
Can see us now.
It's cool. I like not having the echo in my ear. It's cool. Yeah, but guys, get out and start looking at houses. It's going to be a good time to go. Wear your muck boots.
Yeah,
nothing worse than us having to walk through the house and slop boots. And any sellers get take their shoes off at the door.
Yeah. I always think it's a good idea because it is a little rough when you walk into, like I said, like after winter is what I'm thinking of the most, since we just had all that snow. There was all a bunch of footprints going around, like dirt tracked through it. Like, there's nothing wrong with asking us to take our shoes off. We don't mind it. Or leave booties. I love when they leave the little booties. Sometimes if like I go through with people that have like really hard boots to take off, so it is nice when you give something.
Yeah, little trick: tour the outside before heading in.
Yes.
I know when I'm in a hurry, I start at the front, and then they have a deck, and then you have the booties on, and then you walk on the deck with the booties, and then you're back in the house. You're bringing all that mold and water in. It's just do the lap around the exterior, then go in, and you already saw everything on the outside. That's the play.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Would you go in tour homes in a storm?
I mean, I guess it depends how bad it is. I don't want to get like hit with hail on my way in, but yeah, I would say as long as it's, during the day, I can see everything, we can actually, light powers on. Yeah. Probably. Yeah. Sometimes you can't help it. I mean, I've gone to some where it's a gorgeous day and then you get to the house and all of a sudden it just downpour, thunder, lightning. So yeah, but like I said, you learn a lot.
Yeah, no doubt.
How about you? What do you
think? Are you seeing a lot of sellers, or I should say the agents, making it no show until the open house on Saturday?
Yes.
Yeah. I always thought that was a good play, but the more that I think about it, were you the one telling me did you have a client right now and she has to leave on Saturday?
Yeah, I have
like
one.
Somebody was.
Yeah, I have one too that works from home or is home 2 weeks, works away 2 weeks. So like it is tough. We found a place one time and couldn't tour it until the open house. And unfortunately he was going to be out of town for work during that. so we weren't able to see it.
Makes it really difficult. I get the idea. You want to get the buyers into the property, see the competition, and then they get the FOMO, the fear of missing out. But there's a smarter play on that, and it's put it in the agent remarks or put it out there, letting the buyers know that we're not going to review offers until 1 week after the property listed.
Yeah.
I remember when I bought my house, in this room that I'm in right now, I sat down on the floor for a few minutes and just thought, can I see myself in this house for 5 years? Sat in this room. You picture if you have one moment to view a house within a 20-minute, 30-minute little pocket, and there's 15 other people in the house, you don't get a chance to have an emotional connection.
Yeah.
I almost get the chills thinking, what, 4 years ago, I'm sitting on the floor in this house thinking, shit, can I buy this thing? And then to think like somebody wants this, like rush everybody in, like give people a moment alone in the house. Like that's why almost every listing I take now, if they don't already have a table and chairs in the dining room or in the kitchen, we have a storage unit that we'll put them in the properties for these people. I want them to come in and sit down, have a conversation with their agent in the house. I don't want them to be rushing around and have to go out to their car and they're standing there and their feet start hurting, their knees are hurting. This is an emotional transaction. It's you got to slow down. So I think you're hurting. I think you're hurting the seller when these agents are doing this. Yeah.
And who would have known you'd be doing a podcast in that exact room 4 years later? I've been to a couple open houses with clients, like when we were on like a long tour day. If we would find an open house that they were interested in, we would stop in, and it definitely was a different vibe watching them walk through. Like you said, it is very rushed. This particular one was kind of busy and the place was a little bit cramped. So there were even some rooms that we had trouble even seeing because there'd be a couple people in that room and they were just like, this is just too much. Like, I'm very overwhelmed. Like, I can't see every part of the room. So we did end up going back a different day and looking at it with no one else in there.
Mm-hmm.
Much nicer.
Yeah, and we do this every single day. I mean, what's my thought that I'm trying to think of here? What's the personality type where you're really outgoing? Extrovert.
Oh, that,
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're talking about like personality A, B, C.
Yeah, we're like, we're forced to talk to people every day. It's our job. And to think that somebody that's not in sales and not doing this every day, when you get pushed into a room with, I just did one over the weekend. I bet you they had 20 people there. And you figure that's 20 groups, not 20 people. So each group, 2 or 3 each, the agent plus the buyer, then whoever else is with them, walking around this 1,200, 1,300 square foot house. House is on a complete hillside with a nice pool. And it got listed Monday, no show until Saturday. So, and it was listed very good price. It probably went well over list price. They did a good job on that. But they only allowed everybody in at this one time. If I know if I start feeling like, holy smokes, there's a lot of people here. Imagine a buyer that works an office job 9 to 5 that doesn't have to come in contact with that many people. And now they're out already in a nervous situation, a high stress environment. And now they're surrounded by 20 competitors. I just don't, I get it, but.
Oh yeah. I mean, I remember
is my point. Think it through.
Yeah. I remember even when we were looking to buy, like we did go to a couple open houses and I mean, I was immediately like slightly turned off from some of them because it was overwhelming. It changed my whole mindset of what I was looking at. And you can't, I was unable to, because I always tell my buyers, if you don't feel like you can see yourself in here, if you can't see your stuff in here, if you don't feel like this is home, it's not for you. I had a lot of trouble doing that with a bunch of strangers in the house with me. Like you were saying, it is overwhelming. It's not your space when there's people in there that you have no idea who they are.
Right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. That takes me down another route too, with the Ring cameras and like bugging the house.
Mm-hmm.
Naturally in Pennsylvania, we have to disclose when there's audio being recorded in a house, but for the video, you don't have to disclose that. Again, if you have every room bugged,
Yeah.
how does that feel when you're walking through a house and in every corner?
Mhm.
I get it, but if the house is
Right.
vacant and there's no valuables in it other than the copper pipes and I don't know what else there is to steal
Yeah.
at an empty house. Just turn them off. Have
Yeah.
the exterior where you at least get to see everybody that's coming in and out. But when you're in the
Yeah.
house, you got to give people,
Yeah.
you know,
I've had like families go and look at places, yeah, that they would see cameras, and it definitely, they weren't able to talk in the moment how they felt about things, and like would forget by the time they left, like what that exact feeling was and what they were, so
yeah,
it can be overwhelming as well.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just let
It's
us
the
look
other
at the
thing.
house.
When there were 20 people in this house, it was an occupied house over the weekend. The list agent and maybe like an agent that's coming up with her
Mhm.
was there. She's obviously much younger. They're just people are coming in and out. There's no way to track how many people are coming in and out, who's doing what. This is an
Yeah.
occupied house that they have this many people in.
Wow.
As soon as we walk out, let me know if I can help you with anything. Like, there's just no emotional, like, can you see yourself living here? Because your furniture fit. It was just
Right.
very
Yeah.
transactional. You got
Yeah.
to, ultimately sold the house, I guess. But I think you could get more if you turn it into an emotional transaction. We're emotional
Yeah.
people that purchase, not the other way
Yeah.
around. And
Yeah.
yeah. To hit on another segment here, we have a big issue in Allegheny County where they're saying we're now $40 million short on our budget. We knew this was coming, but it's official. Two council people have rolled it out. We know that the county is all one direction on their voting. They're all on the same team ultimately, but some of them might have some separate opinions on things. So it's likely going to get passed, but this is reassessments every 3 years coming up.
Yep.
This is going to start in 2028 and then every 3 years. They're pushing this through. Read up on it a little bit. We fought this. And here's the thing: our last reassessment was in 2012. So that's the thing. People can see that and go along with it. But look, prices fluctuate. Are they going to lower it when the values come down?
Right.
And then they go up when the values go up? Like, the home prices do fluctuate. So how will they come up with this? But I can't think of what the PA Constitution says about it being unconstitutional. That's why it has never gone through. But I don't see how they could pass a budget in January or in December 30. Like, what was it, December 20th or December 2020 last year? And now we're $30 or $40 million short again.
Yeah.
It just seems like this is obviously some sort of like poorly written script that's coming out. Like, so that's a little bit of the unfortunate news that's going on right now. They obviously have to do something. It's just unfortunate that they're going up. And yeah, they do. They keep getting hit because of the downtown buildings down there. They've all fought their reassessments, and then they were way overpriced. Well, then they got dropped. So they haven't cut anything. That was the other thing. With the 20% increase that they passed a month or two ago, agreed upon it. They said they were cutting things, and if you listen to the county during their council meetings, they didn't actually cut anything. They just move it to a different apartment. So there's a lot of games getting played here, and I don't get too into like following local politics, but there's definitely a problem where they're saying they're cutting it and they don't cut it, and then they find out we're short again. It just seems like a pattern here, and I mean they just keep squeezing us. It's quite crazy.
Yeah.
So you guys have to plan for this stuff. You have to know when you come in here and you buy a piece of
Yeah.
property, you will get reassessed
True.
within that first year. And it's an absolute guarantee that you will at this point. When they're putting pressure on everybody here and they're passing these new laws that, we won't raise your taxes if you're over 60. If you're a single mother, we won't raise your taxes for the first 5 years. They just keep coming up with these new plans on how we don't overtax people that are on fixed income. So you just got to be careful.
Absolutely.
Yeah. What's our part 2 with the flippers too? We read that Adam Data came out and said that the margins are shrinking to, what was that, pre-2012?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it said? Pre-2012, that the flippers are making the least amount of money since 2012.
Yeah.
Why deals aren't as easy anymore. I think you just have to write offers. I think if you're in the business right now of flipping, because I am watching it and I do have some clients that'll reach, we have to get very selective when somebody reaches out and says they're a flipper. Like, tell us what your buy box is. What is your plan? Are you looking to hold the property? Are you looking to flip it? What's your exit strategy on this piece of property? And if they're saying, I want to make $100,000 on a deal, it's like, okay, I don't think we're probably not going to be a good fit for you unless you're going to buy bigger properties in nicer neighborhoods that need bigger spreads. Like, it's not possible. It is, but it's going to be very, very rare. And again, if a realtor gets the listing and it goes to the open market, that's of course where they're going to make the most amount of money. That's of course also going to shrink your margins. So you have to find these off-market properties. Somebody that really wants to take a huge hit and willing to do it, like walking into a pawn shop, they're got to be taking huge hits.
Yeah.
I remember one of the largest, I think they're the largest cash buyer in Pittsburgh. Their model was, for the longest time, buy it for 70, put 30 into it, sell it for 150. And they bought the exact same houses. It had to be over 1940. They liked like Cape Cods. They like 3-bedroom, one or more bathrooms. And it had to be 30,000 minimum repairs on it. And they were able to continue that model because we have so many 3-bedroom, 1-bath, Cape Cod, 2-story houses.
Yeah.
That 1940 range, I believe, is what they were looking for. But they were able to repeat that. Like that seems to be the play. You have to get some sort of model in place, and it just be spreading out from Westmoreland to Beaver County to across Allegheny. You got to find
stick with the plan.
Places. Yeah. So I even though this data is showing, this is again across the entire United States are down. I think Pittsburgh, and I don't have the data to show this, but I remember Redfin came out with a study last year that said Pittsburgh, they were getting the best returns on real estate, like 20%. It was the highest of anywhere else. So it's interesting data to keep an eye on. Pittsburgh is still a good area where you can still buy really low priced houses under 100,000. Where else are you going to go and find a property under 100,000 and be 15 minutes to downtown Pittsburgh? And with all this national spotlight on Pittsburgh, it's still a great area to be investing in.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Tell me about this Radian's landlord.
Yeah. So what is it? I believe there's a group in the University of Pittsburgh that have a now like community driven review platform where you can rate your landlord. The purpose is, to give renters a space to share honest experiences about their landlord, any communication, maintenance, everything. So you can submit ratings and written reviews. I want to say I saw that it was anonymous, so it's not going to come out that, David Kerr said this landlord didn't take care of my stuff. But it's giving tenants more of a voice. They can share things with, it's tough when you go to an apartment, when you're apartment hunting, I feel like, you just go in, you see what's there. You can sometimes find reviews, but of course those might be I don't know. I don't know if I ever trusted like random reviews from people that just, they just had a bad experience in it, maybe because they didn't like the place to begin with. So I think
Right.
it'll be really great to have a platform that you can rate your landlord and have people check it out. Now, I think when I first heard it, I was immediately thinking like, we're going to see all the negatives. It's going to be just bashing every Pittsburgh landlord there is out there. But no, it seems to be positive as well. So I think it's going to be a great platform.
Yeah. So this apparently stemmed out of a website that they had about their rate your professors.
Professor. Yeah.
Yeah, and they had success with that. And then
Yeah.
this wasn't the first time that something like this came out, but this one apparently has been sticking.
Mm-hmm.
And like Cassie said, if you go through it, I thought it was just going to be them complaining and bashing every landlord and
Yeah.
saying that we need rent caps and all this. But I went through, oh my, there's even more today than there was. So this is growing apparently.
Yeah.
But I just clicked on a couple and it was like all bad. And then all of a sudden it's like 5 stars, 4 stars.
It looks like there's a rating breakdown of communication, maintenance, and respectfulness. So you can get like an overall rating. You can see the number of reviews that they have. And then, like we said, it is anonymous. Then there's a question, would you rent again? It looks like you do one to 5 out of communication, maintenance, and respectfulness. So each one you can rate, and then you can give it like an overall rating. So, and then it looks like too, that I've seen on some of these that they also show the average rent. So that's nice to see kind of what you're looking for. But like, yeah, right here, I see one that a place in Pittsburgh that has a 5-star review, and the reviewer left a very nice everything. They even stated to start with that they had a few issues with the house since they moved in, but that the property manager was very quick to respond, very respectful, and has been fantastic. So it's good to see.
Yeah. This isn't, I think this is very nice to have. I was actually just talking this weekend. We had some friends that came out, and it was his birthday party. And I'm talking to these, they moved out also from out of, they were from out of state and moved into Pittsburgh. And we were, I was just talking like what made you pick the area that you were in. And they came and they rented for the first 2 or 3 years, and then they decided on an area and bought.
Mhm.
I think that's a really good idea for somebody that's moving to Pittsburgh to rent for the first year or two. I know that's problematic a little bit. Like, oh, you should be pushing the, sell a house. I think you should rent because we have such a diverse city in the sense that there's 90 different neighborhoods, and they truly do.
Yeah.
A lot of them have different vibes in each one.
Yeah.
So to rent, and like we were saying in another podcast, if you're overpaying for the rental, know why you're overpaying for it.
Mm-hmm.
You're paying to have the connections, to be around other people that are spending that same amount of money on the rental, and to get the forced interactions, like in the elevator, in the stairs, in the entryway, or at the pool. I know a realtor that when I first started, he was in that office, and he rented it at one of these nice apartment buildings, and grew. He was also from like New Jersey or some other bigger city. Came in, didn't know anybody, went into this I was down in the strip. They have a pool. Anyway, I was at the pool. I guess it's a nice pool. And I could see why people were spending $2,000 on a 1-bedroom apartment that's a shoebox size. They got the bed there. They got the office. It's like, oh, yeah, okay. When you come, I guess, from dorms and you share bedrooms with everybody, you're like used to having a small little space to yourself.
Or your shared space,
But yeah, just know that you're there for the connections. You're there.
It's a great way to meet people. Yeah.
That's a great way to meet people.
Yeah.
Right. So do that. Get an idea of the neighborhoods. Travel around once you're here for the first year or two. Then when it's okay, this is home. this
Yeah.
neighborhood is on, because they said, when we go travel, our neighbors have keys to our house. I can tell you, on my street, we do not have keys to each other's
Yeah.
houses.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah.
That's the dream.
Yeah.
So obviously, I don't know how you're going to find that, but
Yeah.
when you
Build
go around
community.
and talk to your neighbors, I remember one time I rented in, bounced around from a while, but it was still Mount Washington, Southside Slopes. But I knocked on the neighbor's door for the, everybody within that general area. Only one came out, but was like, I have never had somebody knock on my door before moving into it was like the last street and between a certain section, and it was high up where it wasn't necessarily in that specific, I'm not going to say where it was while I did that, but I'm knocking on it and they came out and says, this is a tight knit little spot here.
Okay.
And there's none of that riffraff coming up over the hill. And I thought, okay, this is cool. And ever since, after doing that, every time I'd see her, I'd wave to her, and it was, she was sad when I moved, and that was cool because she was a cool neighbor too.
Yeah.
But
it's really nice to have that community.
You gotta get out. And,
we have a fenced in yard, so we're out there with our dogs all the time. And when we first moved in here, I would say within the first 3 months, every neighbor at like a surrounding house came to our backyard to like say hi, introduce themselves. And we're really happy to see like, a young couple in here. Like, we love watching your dogs run around. And it's great. So I actually, it worked out because we had a piece of siding that was flapping the one time in the storm, and the neighbor next door actually called me to let me know, in case I wasn't able to see it since I wasn't outside in the storm, that she could see it from her dining room window. She could see that we had something going on. So she just wanted to let me know, and I was able to go back out there, pop it back on, and I was good. But yeah, it is really nice to have that like sense of community, and makes me feel like people are looking out for you.
No doubt.
Yeah.
That made me think there's this book called the Paris of Appalachia. This guy lived on the north side in the Mexican war streets, and in the first couple chapters, I don't know which one it was, but he mentions the being over on that side of the city. He wanted to have on-street parking. He thought that the garage door or the garage remote and the garage door was the reason why we went away from getting to know our neighbors. Because he says you'd park your car, you'd see other people on their porches, you would wave.
Yeah, that is true.
You forced communication.
That is true.
That's a really good book if anybody hasn't read it.
Adding it to my list now.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Really good book.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, speaking of, I put this on your list, the C.C. Mellor Memorial Library in Forest Hills. This came from a book sale. They have a book sale every year.
Okay.
And it's just, I've never been to the second floor. Apparently the second floor is where like the true library section of the library is. But the first floor, in the front section, they have like children's stuff, records, movies, whatever. And then the second, in the back side, they have this massive set of books. I don't know where the stuff comes from. I truly don't. This is almost a brand new book. I think it was probably read one time.
Yeah,
a couple weeks ago.
Looks like you can donate a lot of stuff to there. Like they say, they're looking for old books, movies.
You have it pulled up.
Yeah, so it looks like unfortunately we just missed it by 20 days. It was in the beginning of March. But yeah, it does look cool. It's during the preview and the main sale days, the adult books look like they're $2.
$2.
Market paperbacks are $1. Children and young adult books are 50 cents. Audiobooks, DVDs, video games, $2, CDs $1. So yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah, gonna have to put that on the on the calendar for sure.
Yeah, that is something that I didn't realize so many libraries did. Is now that I look at events a lot more for our email that we send out every week. I do see a lot of like the little local libraries will do a book sale. You can come in. A lot of them do like the fill a bag, so you can, pay $5 or whatever for a bag, and as many books as you can get in there, they'll let you take. Or some of them, like this one, will have set prices for them. But I haven't had a chance to go to one yet. But that is something that I do want to add to my list, because I didn't realize that a lot of even like the Carnegie libraries and everything have them.
Yeah,
so it's really cool.
Yeah, this was a really good one, guys. That was C.C. Mellor Memorial Library, Forest Hills. They do that once a year. I guess it's in March, Cassie said, every year.
Yep.
Walked out of there with 33 books.
Wow.
$2 a pop. They get. So I don't think they were all $2. The paperbacks were.
It looks like this one too. It did have fill a bag for $6 or a box for $10.
I think that was the last day that they did that. So they let everybody come in and go through it. And then the last day you could fill a bag, $6.
I think that's a great way to, for them to not get too full of books, pass them on. I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I got probably 10 or 15 of them were, I'll have to make a blog post or something about it.
Yeah.
10 or 15 of them were Pittsburgh related books too.
Oh, very cool.
Untouched. It's crazy. I wish I had a little bit more of a walking street. Cassie, an idea for you. Put one of them libraries up.
Oh, I love them. That is my goal. I always said when I get a house, I want a free little library. That's so bad. They're actually more expensive than I thought they would be, but you can build your own.
Yeah, I was gonna say build your own.
Someone did put one down the street from us. Unfortunately, that really big windstorm blew it over.
Oh, really?
But yeah, I have often considered putting one in because I would love to see what people stop by and look. I always stop by when I see one.
Yeah. That's some of these ones Shannon's really into it on like putting them into the thing. I'm personally, I like collecting them. I want a library in my dream home.
Yeah.
So I'd like
I
to
am
hold them.
guilty about putting some back, but yeah.
Yeah. If it comes from a free library, it goes back.
It goes back. Yeah.
That's the rule. But some of them I bought by accident. They were like Pittsburgh cookbooks. We'll talk about that in another one. It's really cool stuff in there that what?
That sounds cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a list of these books for us.
Yeah. There was a home ownership map that we clicked on after this Rate Your Landlords. I thought that was interesting. Pittsburgh has just went on the renter side of the scale. They're 52 or 54%.
52, estimating at 52%.
Yeah. Not much on that one. Southside's getting a new bakery.
Hey.
If I'm not mistaken, this is who's the famous Pittsburgh artist? Like newer, not a past one.
I don't know.
He got really good. I loved it when I was on Mount Washington because he created. I think he was the first one that I ever seen do it. These like scavenger hunt style giveaways.
Okay, so
he's got like this crown. It's the modern style art. What do they call that new stuff? Contemporary.
I don't know.
It's good. I like it, but he's got the. I think where this bakery's going in is where his old shop was, but he would create these really nice pieces of art and he would hide them around the city and he would snap a photo and then he would say free and he wouldn't tell you like where, it would just be a photo.
Yeah. There's somebody I follow on Instagram right now does that with money. He'll hide money around the city and he'll just post like a very short, like there's oftentimes I can really tell who it is or where it is. He'll, like the one time he put it in a lockbox on like I think it was the bridge with all the keys or all the locks. And then he did a quick pan of the camera to the pole behind it because the pole had 4 numbers written on it and that was the code to the lockbox. So it's always, if you see it, first come, first serve. And then I think sometimes he actually like hides to get like a video of the person actually finding it. And then if they allow it, then he'll put that out there. But yeah, it's really neat. I love
Huh.
watching people give things, you know.
Yeah, it makes it fun. A little scavenger
Yeah.
hunt.
Yeah.
I can't believe can't find them.
No idea.
Me kicking myself.
I don't know.
Well, either way.
We'll figure
Yeah,
it
but
out.
that was cool. I think that's where it is. It's like right down from the gym, LA Fitness on the backside. So it's
Okay.
cool.
Yeah.
I guess it's they own the dumpling place in the South Side and a couple other restaurants. So it's
Have to
neat to
try it
see.
out.
Nice to see them continuing growing.
Yeah. Do you know is that place open or it's opening soon?
Opening in like within the next couple weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll have to add it to our list of places to show everyone.
Go immediately
Yeah.
on opening.
Check
Southside
it out.
Works is coming up hard. I mean, they're doing an incredible job down there with the
It's a
events
really
and
nice
the
area.
open space and
Mhm.
having the outside bands. I visited a place, Asheville, North Carolina. I don't know if we how far in that direction we want to take the city, but they have like on Wednesdays you would go down and it just that's a place where it's open enough. I guess down at the point is too, but it's tough to find parking there. Southside you can
Right.
still find parking, and there's I just think it's a little bit of a better spot and a little bit more vibrant. But that would be the perfect place for these every weekend outside events, bands to go. I really like Southside Works now.
I do too. Yeah. And
Well,
they have a
unfortunately, that
parking garage right
news-
there too, which is nice.
Right. Yeah. A lot of free
good place.
parking down there too. There's a lot of free parking if you go back one street in either direction. I think it's Jane, and on the back, no, Jane's on the back. I forget what toward the river what that one is, but it's free on that street.
Yeah.
So I always liked parking there to go to LA.
Okay. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So that is pretty much it, guys. We hit everything we wanted to hit. Cassie's bucket list. We need to check some stuff off of there.
Do
you have the Gateway Clipper on there? I think you did.
I
You
do.
have ride.
Yeah. Never been on that either, so gotta get on it.
One that we'd have to do would be I want to do the quick. They're going to have it open during the draft too. By the way, they're going to be taking people back and forth by boat.
Yeah,
by
they do
ferry.
it. I think for like Steelers and Pirates games, you can park on that side of the river and they'll take the boat. Yeah, so I was like, even if I do it that way, I'll just ride it and ride it back.
That's the way I want to do it. I just want to hop on and go to the game and back across.
Yeah.
No, but seriously, I've done the tour, and the guy that's on the microphone, and as you're going around the buildings, he's got some really cool facts about the city. So that made it fun. I just would not eat on the thing.
Yeah. I've done one of the bus tours.
Sorry?
I did one of the bus tours, like the double-decker buses. I did one of those ones. Yeah, because they offered one where you could get on and get off whenever you wanted.
Anywhere you want.
So we did that. Yeah. It was really fun, actually.
Oh, that's cool.
Learned a lot.
I want to do that.
Had a free ride, or not free, but paid for it. But.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. I definitely want to do that. Did you you see the other bus, the comedy bus that
I've done that. The Berg bus.
You've done that? Yeah.
Very fun. Very, very fun. Really? Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I should add that to my list, because I think I've only done it once. But it was very worth it. Yeah, you could bring your own drinks and snacks. You just hop on. There's a comedian that does it while you drive around, and you get a tour of the city. I think we started in downtown and went down into Southside, because I remember going around Southside Works and coming back. They stopped at Gecko down there for anybody who needed a bathroom, or if you want another snack or another drink.
Yeah.
It was really neat.
Oh, that's cool.
Very neat. Definitely do it.
Yeah. We were on the North Shore right across from Bern. I can't think of the name, and they drove by. I'm like, oh, that looks fun.
Yeah.
What is that place? We went there after
is that the
Pirate
Shorties?
game. Shorties.
Oh.
Yeah. Shorties. That was a cool spot.
Yeah. Very neat.
Hard to bowl in there. We were one of the people we were at over the weekend wanted to go and bowl. Apparently they have a pinball machine one of the oldest pinball machines. What was it? A Pokemon? I'm not into it, so I truly don't know, but I overheard them, and when other people get excited about something, I'm like, ooh, what is that? What's
I like
going
that
on?
now.
Like, that's fun. Like, yeah, but it's a Pokemon machine that they have there, and he was like telling me like you don't see them out anywhere because they're like $50,000 machines. It's just like people buy them and put them in their houses to show off. They don't have them in like bars. But there was a line to go to the pinball machine.
Interesting.
This guy was really into it. He came from Ohio and went to checked online, and he went to this like pinball machine. I think it was up in the North Hills somewhere, and he pulls in and it wasn't open yet. So then he was like looking up like, where else can I go? And then went to, what's the name of the joint?
You're talking Shorty's?
Shorty's. Yeah. And then ended up at Shorty's to go there. So that was really cool. Apparently they're big on the pinball machines.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's, speaking of that, I told him, I said, did you hear about the one that they re-renovated a church and turned it into a gaming?
Yeah.
I think that one's up in North Hills too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We also we were talking about Bicycle Heaven a couple weeks ago. They have the I don't know if you'll know what this is or not, but they have the pinball machine from Happy Days. I don't know if you know the show Happy Days.
No.
The one that the Fonzie played. So that was in one of their things. So those of you who are old enough to know what it is. Yeah, that was cool.
Were you the one telling me that Bicycle Heaven got a little too popular? They're now a charge to go in.
I saw somewhere that I believe it's $15 to get into. Now, I mean, it's still amazing. I would still highly recommend doing it. I think it would be worth it. It's a good time. You could be in there for a long time. So it's fun. Yeah.
Well, I hope next year they put that on the Rad Pass.
There you go. There you go. You'll go back then. Oh man, yeah. So
I would bike to sell. I want to sell a bike.
There you go. I don't have a bike.
Huh?
I said I don't have a bike, so I did, but actually mine got stolen. So, but we don't have to get into that. But yeah, so all good. It happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do want to point out that we are finally back into baseball season for anybody who is excited. The Pirates season opener is today. So I believe they play in the next half hour. They're not home yet. They are, I want to say they're playing the Mets, I think. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, so it is finally Pirates time. And that takes us into, we had mentioned, we heard the rumor that there might be a new little plaza opening across from the home plate entrance. I was down there, when I was down there to look at the cherry blossoms, I walked past it. It is true. That is finally opening. I believe they're going to open it April 2nd. So the day before the Pirates home opener. So that can be, it's a little place that they're going to have like a seating area. They do have the big screen, I think, that you can watch the games. And then there's like a little building in there that's going to sell like chicken tenders, donuts, ice cream, all of that. So, and it is a year-round thing. So it's not just for Pirates games. You can actually hang out there anytime. So they have that opening before the draft. So we will definitely have to check that out, especially when we go to our Pirates game with the company.
Yeah. Ton going on the North Shore. That is for sure.
Yeah.
That'll be exciting. Cool.
Yeah. So that's it. That's going to do it for this week's episode of Move Me to Pittsburgh. Thanks for spending time with us.
If you enjoyed this episode or have questions you want us to cover next time, send them our way. We love hearing from you.
And if you're thinking about buying, selling, or investing anywhere here in the Pittsburgh region, we're always happy to help.
Thanks again for so much for hanging out with us.
We'll see you next time on Move Me to Pittsburgh. It will end.